Krieshen, 10 years. Can you imagine? 10 years has passed by since we started this company. I remember looking back 10 years ago, not knowing where we were going to be, what we were going to do. And I know pre-COVID, this celebration was going to look very, very different. I remember about 2 years ago when we were on our 8th year, I was already planning what we would do for our 10th celebration. But nevertheless, COVID or not, pandemic or not, we wanted to celebrate today with you and share this milestone with you because we feel so humbled, so grateful, and so proud to have been able to reach this far. And when I think back 10 years ago, well, actually, Lybra started way before that, but we didn't know that as yet. And if you don't know already, Krieshen is my business partner, but also my life partner. And the Lybra discussion started out when we were just about engaged, and we were trying to figure out, well, where were we going to go after we got married? Now, back then, Krieshen was living in Belgium, I was living in Miami, I was still finishing up my master's. And when we sat and thought about, well, who was going to move where, we both simultaneously said it was going to be Suriname. We're going to come back home. This is home for me. This is home for him. And we knew that we were going to come home. And I knew we would never regret that decision, right?
No.
It's been an amazing journey these past 10 years. And even though we had no idea what to expect, what to anticipate, what the next few years in this country was going to be like, let me tell you, we literally burned our boats to come back here. He left a good job in Belgium. I left a job in Miami. And we knew that once we left that, there was no going back. But we were coming back home. And no matter what, we had to make sure that this worked. I remember when we decided to come back, we were trying to figure out what we were going to do. And when we sat and thought about the name, we were sitting in my parents' home, remember?
Yeah.
And we were like, well, what are we going to call our business? If we're going to start a business here, what are we going to call it? And then I asked Krieshen, I said, well, what do we hope to achieve from this business? Why do we want to start this? What do we want people to feel after we've served them? And the first thing that came out of Krieshen's mouth was balance. I want to feel balanced. I want people to feel balanced. I want organizations to feel balanced. And very quickly, we thought of the word Lybra, because Lybra means balance. At the time, we didn't even know what we're going to do next. And if there's anything I know about the way things play out, is that sometimes you don't need to have the entire plan. And we surely didn't have the entire plan. We had no idea. We just said, we're coming back home, we'll get married, and then we'll see what happens. And for me, that was the scariest thing because we were newly married, this young couple, and starting our own business, leaving a secure job abroad. Like, what were we thinking? How did we make this happen, right? But I believe in trusting the universe, that everything just somehow plays out and comes in our path. We had a very strong why for coming back, and that was coming back here to serve the Surinamese community. This is our home, and we wanted to serve the people in our home. We didn't know how we were going to do that. We just knew that that is what we wanted to do. We wanted to see Suriname grow and progress because it's such a beautiful country. I spent my childhood here. He was born here, brought up here. By the way, we've known each other since we were kids, but I'll leave that for another day. And we knew that when we came back here, we had to create something amazing and beautiful, and the ability to give back and see our community grow as well. So that, in a nutshell, was the story of how Lybra started out.